Does Miley Cyrus finally have a new man in her life? We've got the answers.
And the Joker returns to the big screen, but it's not for a new Batman movie. That story's straight ahead.
And later, fresh off the heels of Kim Kardashian's scandalous photo shoot, sister Kourtney's recent pictures are gaining some attention of their own. Entertainment on Point starts now. Welcome to Entertainment on Point. I'm Aubrey Henkin.
And I'm Hillary Maglin. Jared Leto has just taken on the role of a lifetime, and it doesn't have to do with music. The 30 Seconds to Mars frontman is slated to play Batman's infamous nemesis, the Joker, in the upcoming film Suicide Squad. The movie is based on the DC Comics about a reverse Avengers type of supervillain team. Leto is the first actor to play the notorious role since the late Heath Ledger in the 2008's The Dark Knight. The motion picture producers are quick to tell fans that while the Joker will appear in Suicide Squad, this is not a Batman movie, and it is highly unlikely that the Dark Knight himself will even have a part in the film. But critics are already expecting a stellar performance by Leto following his Oscar-winning work on Dallas Buyers Club last year. The musician-turned-actor will star alongside other acclaimed actors such as Will Smith and Tom Hardy. Suicide Squad is still in pre-production, but is set to hit theaters in August of 2016.
It's official! Fashion Police has a new host. It's been announced that Kathy Griffin will take the place of the beloved Joan Rivers on E's hit TV show. Rivers' daughter and Fashion Police executive producer commented on the new host, saying, quote, "Kathy just feels right. I'm excited to see where this panel takes this series my mother so adored in this next incarnation," unquote. Griffin isn't the only thing that's changing about the show. Series regular and known fashion critic George Katsiopoulos isn't returning for the new episodes. Instead, celebrity stylist Brad Goreski will be joining Griffin along with the other hosts Juliana Rancic and Kelly Osbourne. Katsiopoulos still has yet to comment about the casting shakeup. After the news broke, social media seemed to be split in two. Half of the internet seemed to think that putting Griffin in the host spot was a great decision, saying that her comedic style is very similar to Rivers and that she'll do it justice. The other half seemed to be completely against Griffin taking over, saying she won't be funny, she'll just be offensive. Griffin released a statement on Monday saying, "You celebrities better strap yourselves in, as I am taking no prisoners. I'm not going to hold back, so let's have some fun." It'll definitely be interesting to see how having this new host will change the dynamic of the show. New episodes of Fashion Police will air on January 12th of next year with Golden Globes coverage. After that, the show will focus on the biggest red carpet events such as the Grammys, the Oscars, New York Fashion Week, and more.
And Entertainment Weekly has just named Jimmy Fallon Entertainer of the Year. The magazine's annual Best and Worst issue hit stands Friday and features the former SNL cast member on the cover. Fallon's win did not come as a surprise to many considering his Tonight Show success in 2014. In his first year as host, the funny man produced multiple viral video series, including lip-sync battles featuring Emma Stone and Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and the fan favorite Ooh sketches. In the midst of his big win, Fallon insists that the Tonight Show is truly a team effort, telling Entertainment Weekly, quote, "We honestly have the best human beings for this job possible. Everybody's at their A game," end quote. We can only imagine what Jimmy has in store next year, but he has said this: "I've got to beat Emma Stone at lip syncing. That's my 2015 goal."
Miley Cyrus has a new man in her life, and his name is Patrick Schwarzenegger. That's right, Cyrus is dating Terminator Arnold Schwarzenegger's son. The two have been seen together on multiple dates over the past several weeks, and they haven't been afraid to show a little PDA either. Just a few weeks ago, the hot young couple was seen kissing at a University of Southern California football game. An insider for E! commented on the lovebirds' relationship, saying, quote, "I have seen Miley with Liam and other boyfriends, but honestly, I have never seen her look as loved up as this. This is more than just a fling," unquote. Cyrus's entire family is overjoyed with the fact that her and the 21-year-old are dating. They say that although they liked her ex-fiancé Liam Hemsworth, they actually prefer Patrick because of how happy he makes her. The same thing couldn't be said about Schwarzenegger's mom at the start of their relationship. Maria Shriver went on record after Cyrus's 22nd birthday party, saying that she's not really a fan of Miley's because she's worried about the negative influence Cyrus might be having on her son. However, since then, Shriver has said that she's happy as long as her son is happy. Only time will tell if this young Hollywood couple will make it, but we'll keep our eye out on them to find out.
I think it is crazy to think that Miley's dating someone who's seems like so opposite of her, but honestly, I have to say, I'm so happy to see that Miley does have a boyfriend again after her very public heartbreak with Liam.
Yeah, I was upset when her and Liam broke up. I actually wanted them to make it because I was a big fan of their relationship, but you could definitely tell that they were going to break up once Miley started changing a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think that Patrick's really good for her. Well, let's throw it over to Alexis Adam for this week's music news. Alexis?
Thanks, guys. The Soul Train Awards were last week, and Chris Brown for sure stole the show, taking it all the way back to Yo. Yes, Chris Brown did a montage of all his greatest hits like Poppin', and yes, God, he sung Take It Down. His performance was one word, dope. Perfect way for all of his fans to get excited for the tour with Trey Songz, Between the Sheets. That should be promising. Let's see what else happened this week. Meek Mills was released from jail. K. Michelle wrote a song called Drake Would Love Me, Thirsty. Gwen Stefani and Pharrell performed a song and killed it on The Voice. And Queen Bee released not one but two songs, one being called 7-Eleven. And the video is just Beyonce doing crazy random things in a hotel. Beyonce displayed a wide variety of ratchivity. Yes, that's right. Say it with me now. Ratchivity. The other song is called Ring Off, talking about who else but Mama Knowles and her relationship between Beyonce's father, who keeps popping up with estranged kids. I don't know. We'll leave that one alone. But on a sadder note, the saxophone player who toured with the Rolling Stones for more than 45 years and played on the studio classics like Brown Sugar and Live With Me has passed away. Bobby Keys was 70 years old. The Rolling Stones released a statement saying that they are devastated by the loss of their very dear friend and legendary saxophone player. Bobby made a unique musical contribution to the band since the 1960s, and he will be greatly missed. Our deepest condolences goes to the Stones. Lady Gaga also came out about being raped this week during an interview with Howard Stern on Tuesday. Gaga recalled how she was sexually assaulted when she was around 19 years old, but she only spoke of the incident now because she doesn't want to be defined by it. Gaga said in an interview, "I went through some horrific things that I'm able to laugh at now because I've gone through a lot of mental and physical therapy, emotional therapy, and had time to heal over the years. My prayers goes out to Gaga because revealing something like that takes an extreme amount of courage and I guess coverage." But that's all I have for you, my lovelies. Certainly has been a fun time. Stay fierce, fun, and fabulous. I'm Alexis Adams, and up next on Entertainment on Point, find out what concerts are going on around Pittsburgh this holiday season.
We share our inspiration, wisdom, creations, and memories. We share what makes us laugh and what angers us. Built on the notion of a free flow of ideas, our country thrives on the freedom of speech. Without it, who would watch over our governing powers? And how would we share our history to make a difference for the future? It's this freedom to share that gives us a reason to listen.
Start your morning with City News.
Start your morning with campus news.
Start your morning with political coverage.
Start your morning with fun.
Start your morning with us, only on Daybreak.
Did you know that Point Park has a cheerleading squad?
Don't get it confused.
Not only do our cheerleaders represent Point Park at regional and national competitions, but they also promote spirit and awareness of every sports team on campus. Come to any men's or women's varsity basketball game at home to watch the cheerleaders perform at halftime and cheer from the sidelines from the first jump ball to the final buzzer. Sports not your thing? You can catch the cheer team lead the crowd at the fall and spring pep rallies as well, or at several competitions around Pittsburgh each year. So what are you waiting for? Show the Point Park cheerleaders the support they show you.
To me, freedom of speech means there are no barriers to voice opinions. Communication is key to a functioning society and relationships in those societies. I believe our forefathers gave us this right, so if concerns or problems arise, we have the right to respectively use words, aids, and body language to give our message. Compromise may not always be met, but when it does meet, it opens up the world to new ideas, relationships, and makes the world become a happier place.
Hello there, everybody, and welcome to the last episode of the semester. My name is Eric Torres, and today we're going to be talking about a lot of juicy movie news. Katniss Everdeen has surely made her mark on all of her fans. Jennifer Lawrence, who plays the character, has been anxiously waiting for the movie, for the moment of her character storyline to happen, and so have we. Even though we never like to see an ending to our favorite movies, this one is definitely going to leave the audience with a smile of satisfaction. Mockingjay Part 1 was loaded with heroic scenes of justice from Katniss and Gale, but surprisingly, the movie didn't bring as much action as the previous two. To me, this was a good thing, and Polygon.com thinks so, also writing, quote, "It's a deliberate move away from action towards a more cerebral, darker kind of war movie. But that's precisely what makes it so good," end quote. Compared to the other two Hunger Games films, this one is a bit more mature. I won't spoil anything for you on here, but go and see the movie if you haven't already. Mockingjay Part 2 is the last film, and it's to be released November 20th, 2015. Now, if you like the action, then comic book fans, hold on to your seat, because Marvel has recently confirmed that they will be releasing 9 new films. That's insane to think that Marvel Studios has thought this far through all the way up to 2019. But we should not complain, because this just means more superpowers and tons of awesome characters. The films confirmed were Civil War, Doctor Strange, Black Panther, Guardians of the Galaxy, Thor Ragnarok, Captain Marvel, Inhumans, and Avengers Infinity War, which will be broken up into 2 parts. Lastly, DC confirmed the cast of their new superhero movie, Suicide Squad, like Hillary mentioned before, which is to be released in 2016. The superhero movie is focusing on the evil side of things, where 6 supervillains are given a second chance or redemption from the government, but the catch is that their mission just might kill them. Sounds interesting, right? It gets better. Well-known celebrities are playing these characters, such as Jared Leto from Dallas Buyers Club, who will be playing the Joker, Will Smith as Deadshot, Tom Hardy as Rick Flag, Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, Jai Courtney as Boomerang, and the beautiful Cara Delevingne as Enchantress. This movie will surely be a hit, and I'm anxious to see it now. That is everything that I have for you guys. I'm Eric Torres. Now let's check in with Jillian and Gabrielle with the latest in TV. Hey guys.
Thanks, Eric, and thank you for tuning in to our final show for this semester. It's been a lot of fun updating everyone on the latest TV scoop.
It's a bittersweet feeling. We are more than excited for the holidays, especially hot shows will air this season.
For all you rock fans, HBO has just the show for you. They just announced a new show titled The Untitled Rock and Roll Project, with stars such as Mick Jagger. Yes, he is still alive. Martin Scorsese, Olivia Wilde, Ray Romano, and Bobby Cannavale will appear in the hour-long drama set in the 1970s New York drug and sex-fueled rock scene.
At this time, punk and disco music were breaking out. Cannavale plays Richard Finestra, the founder and president of the American Century Record Company.
Finestra goes through a crisis of character when trying to figure out a life-changing decision. Olivia Wilde plays Devon, who is Richie's wife, a former model actress who lived a bohemian life in the 1960s. She is forced to return to her previous lifestyle when a crisis strikes. Ray Romano plays Zach Yankovic, a tough and savvy head of promotions for American Century and also one of Richie's partners.
Other stars featured in the show are Juno Temple, Andrew Dice, Jack Quaid, and many more. An air date for the show has not yet been announced.
I'm really excited to see this show, and I cannot believe Mick Jagger is going to be on this show.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I wonder what he looks like. Maybe he got plastic surgery. Who knows?
Who knows?
So next up on Bravo's new hit show, Girlfriend's Guide to Divorce, turns out to be much deeper than even the Real Housewives. Lisa Eldenstein, who used to be on House, stars in Bravo's first scripted show. But of course, the Real Housewives is not scripted. Created by Martin Noxon, this emotionally gut-punching show will have you and your girlfriends laughing one minute and crying the next. Stars also include Paula Aldenstein, Carrie Fisher, and Janae Garofalo, to name a few.
Edelstein plays Abby McCarthy, a self-help book writer who is newly separated but still lives with her husband for the kids' sake. Her husband is Paul Edelstein, who is also a hot mess.
Quote, "I think you can be a little crazier when it's scripted because no one's real life is at risk," end quote, said Eldenstein. And he also said, one of the interesting things about this show is that it's kind of set up like there's a good guy and a bad guy in this relationship, and there's a lot more blame to go around. This show really seems to send a strong message on how to get through a divorce, not just from a woman's perspective, but from a man's as well.
That's all we have for you. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Gabrielle Casarcia.
And I'm Jillian Bellich. Happy holidays and see you next year. Now let's see what's going on in Pittsburgh with Maggie McCauley. Maggie?
Thanks, guys. It's official. The holiday season is in full swing here in the Burgh. Walking past the ice rink at PPG Place, browsing the holiday market in Market Square, and seeing the window displays at Macy's are all well-known Pittsburgh traditions of this time of year. There are so many other festive things to do in the city to help make spirits bright. The Cultural District is popping with all kinds of holiday performances. Pittsburgh Ballet Theater presents a classic, The Nutcracker. At the Benedum Theater, be part of the classical masterpiece as you journey to the land of enchantment. A musical must is the Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra's Highmark Holiday Pops at Heinz Hall. Hear your favorite Christmas songs live. And even the biggest Scrooge can get a taste of Christmas spirit at the Pittsburgh CLO's performance of A Musical Christmas Carol at the Byham Theater. You can even take a sleigh ride around downtown in a horse-drawn carriage ride that even the Prince and Duchess themselves would be jealous of. They're free every Saturday leading up until Christmas. Then afterwards, you can hop on the Holly Trolley that runs on Saturdays and Sundays to get another look at all of the sights and sounds of the season. Entertainment on Point has your holiday entertainment in the Burgh covered. I'm Maggie McCauley. Here's Brittany Lawfer for more entertainment news.
Thanks, Maggie. As Alexis mentioned earlier, Lady Gaga revealed some sad news on the Howard Stern show last Tuesday that she was raped as a teen. The 28-year-old singer spoke up after Howard Stern asked her about the controversy surrounding the performance of Swine at South by Southwest in March. During the song Vomit Painter, Millie Brown spewed neon green liquid all over the pop star. Gaga said, quote, I wrote a song called Swine. The song is about rape. The song is about rage and fury and passion, and I had a lot of pain I wanted to release, end quote. When questioned further if Gaga was referring to being raped by a record producer, Gaga replied to Stern, quote, I don't want to. Happy times. Let's talk about happy things, end quote. Jersey Shore star Snooki sure had an interesting honeymoon with hubby Gianni Lavelle. According to E! News on Monday, just days after the marriage, Lavelle pleaded guilty to a DUI stemming from an August 7th arrest. 2 other charges against him, unsafe lane change and careless driving, were dismissed. The newlywed's license has been suspended for 90 days, and he has to complete 12 hours of drug and alcohol education classes. Snooki seems to have forgiven her hubby as she tweeted the day after her wedding, hungover with my husband. I hope the two can sober up to take care of their 2 children, 2-year-old Lorenzo and their 2-month-old daughter Giovanna. CNN star Anderson Cooper missed his Monday episode of his show AC360 after a surprising health scare. The 47-year-old host was rushed to the hospital to undergo emergency surgery. Cooper took to Twitter to address the situation, tweeting, quote, I'll be back on air tomorrow. Had an appendicitis and had to have sudden surgery last night, end quote. John Berman replaced Cooper during Monday's episode to report the news while the journalist recovered. In happier news, a baby is on the way for Haley Duff. E! News confirmed that Duff is expecting her first child with fiancé Matt Rosenberg. The couple announced their engagement in April and along with planning a wedding will be happily planning a nursery. This news brings excitement to younger sister Hillary Duff, who will become an aunt with her son gaining a cousin. The couple is still unsure on the major wedding plans, but Haley said she knows 2 things for certain. Quote, yeah, my dad will walk me down the aisle, and yes, Hillary would be my maid of honor. For entertainment on Point, I'm Brittany Lawfer. Coming up, the American Music and British Fashion Awards just kicked off award season. Stay tuned for full recaps.
Here at the Pioneers Sideline, we get freshmen involved as quickly as possible so they get the real-world experience on air and behind the scenes to set themselves apart in internships and potential jobs. Blaine, where is that video? I needed it in KeyPro like yesterday.
All right, I got you, Chris. But I had a quick question for you guys.
What do you mean the questions? It's always a question. It's always a... What? Where is he? Blaine!
Blaine! Blaine!
Freshman, you can't find any good ones anymore.
Do you know all the things you can do with your student ID? Along with getting discounts to some of the restaurants around campus. Showing your Point Park ID can net you deals on tickets at theaters in the Cultural District. To check out all the current options, just search Student Discounts on the Point Park University homepage.
An expression a belief, a symbol. Freedom to worship, an unspoken word. To express yourself means standing up for what you believe in. There's a freedom to worship and a freedom to live. To speak never saying a word, to love, to let your voice be heard. The light of your own path. For more information, visit www.freedomofspeechpsa.org.
Welcome back to Entertainment on Point. Tonight we're joined by Aaron Myler and Eric Torres. Hi guys, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Good. So the first story we're going to talk about is what I mentioned earlier with Kathy Griffin being announced, the new Fashion Police host, and I want to know how you guys feel about it.
I don't like it. I really don't. I think after like Joan Rivers passed away, I think they should have just like done away with the show or done something a little different, but not bring in Kathy Griffin. She just doesn't fit it.
I think I like her for it because her and Joan were friends, first of all, and they both kind of have that same comedic style. I feel like either way, anybody other than Joan herself, people would have been mad about. And Melissa Rivers went and said that she wants the show to go on. You know what I mean? If her daughter says it, then why not?
You know, I'm going to have to agree with Eric here. I'm not a fan of Kathy Griffin, and I mean, I didn't know that they were friends. That's like an interesting little tidbit there. But I don't like her for the part. I think she is very raunchy and not in a funny way that Joan was. Like, sorry, Kathy. But I don't know. I think the show definitely should continue. But, you know, Kelly could be there. George could be there. Juliana, Melissa. And they always have guest hosts, too. So.
But speaking of George, he's not coming back. Like, he's not going to be back on the episodes. Brad Goreski is replacing him.
Which he is stylish. I've kept up with Brad Goreski a lot, and he has his own bow tie line, and I love it so much. Like, he's a very stylish and young-looking gentleman, and I mean, George Katsiopoulos, he is very stylish too, but Brad Goreski, he's a little bit more modern in the 21st century, I guess. George is a little old, so.
Well, I just want to make sure they keep doing Who Wore Better on the street.
I'm sure they will keep doing it.
My main concern.
The thing that I'm curious about is, was it George's decision or was it Kathy's decision to not bring him back? That's
Do you
what I
think
want to
they
know
give
about.
Kathy that power already since she's brand new, though?
I don't
feel
know.
like
That's what I'm
not.
curious.
Because I know like Melissa produces it, so I feel like Kathy probably doesn't have any say. And
That's
especially because she's new. Like I feel like Joan ran the show because it was her show. Like, but now that she's gone.
Yeah. What's curious is just who is the new Joan now? Like now that Joan has left, who is making those calls? Is it Kathy or is it like Juliana or is it
I have a feeling
Kelly?
it's either Juliana or Melissa, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably Melissa because she's the executive producer. So, I
And
mean.
it's her mom, so.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't want to I don't know how I feel about Kathy. I have mixed feelings about her because, I mean, I read a little bit about this and an insider said that celebrities don't like Kathy, so they're not going to like the show and they're not going to pay attention to what she says, whereas celebrities all respected Joan. So I think it's going to be very interesting how it plays out.
I feel like that's kind of like an age thing, though, because Kathy, if you've seen her stuff, she hates on every celebrity. So I feel like that's probably why they don't like her. It's just if you had somebody hating on you all the time, you wouldn't be their biggest fan either.
Well, the good news is, and actually this might be bad news depending on how you look at it, but the show is not going to be on every week like it was when Joan controlled the show. It's only going to happen after like specific events like award shows and fashion week. So it's not going to be an every week thing anymore. It's going to be a rare occasion.
Yeah.
Which I think is good in a way.
Yeah, and sorry to interrupt you.
No. I was just gonna say, like, Kathy, I mean, she's funny, but she's not even that stylish either.
Oh, that's a good point. But also I read that the reason that they're only covering big red carpet events is because they want to see how the public takes to Kathy, but eventually that they want to do every week like they did with Joan, like once Kathy gets more affiliated with the show. So.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we'll see how it goes. Well, in other e-news, Kourtney Kardashian has posed naked a week after Kim. So, did you guys see the pictures?
Yes. She looks like
a pregnant mother.
Tribal.
Yeah, let's
she looks
explain.
tribal in the one.
Let's explain here that her pictures weren't just like for fun like Kim's were. Kourtney's were actually, she was posing like, they were like maternity pictures. She was, she's like 8 months pregnant or whatever she is now, and they were meant to be more like beautiful, like art. They weren't just these raunchy pictures like Kim's were.
Well, she said hers were art too, though. To be fair.
Well,
But were they really?
I know that she did them because she did some for Mason whenever she was first pregnant. She did
Right.
Some birth pictures, some maternity pictures for him. So I guess she's just trying to like stay in the game, I guess. But they took like Kim's butt and just brought it in front and photocropped.
All the memes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they've done something already.
And also, Courtney isn't really she didn't really show anything. Like she kind of had it all covered up in some way.
In some way.
Well, the big controversy here is that everyone, no one really respected Kim's pictures. They said that they were so scandalous. But here, a week later, her sister Courtney does essentially the same thing, and everyone says, oh, they're beautiful, it's art, I love this. So, that's a little bit of a double standard, I think. But I guess Courtney's were a little different.
Courtney
for
didn't
different
reveal
purpose.
as much as Kim did. Like, if you saw the entire, of all the pictures, I mean, that she didn't reveal as much as Kim did, and I think that's a little bit more respectful.
And Courtney went and said, she said, I want to just like share, like she said, I feel most beautiful when I'm pregnant. Like this is the body I love the most. So she wanted to share it and to share that moment and with the world.
Yeah, and she went on record saying that she thinks that she looks great pregnant, and this is what her body's supposed to do, which is why she wanted to post these pictures. So I do think in that aspect that it is art, but I do think that it's weird that there has been such a big controversy since they basically did the same thing.
I think it's also just because Kim is Kim.
That's true. There's
After
always
the whole
controversy
Ray J
following
thing,
Kim.
it's just always going to be that way.
Yeah.
The next question, when is Chloe coming out with these pictures?
I'm waiting for it. I want to see
Chloe
it.
Chloe has posed naked before for PETA, yeah.
Yeah.
That is
Oh.
right. That is true.
Oh, right, I remember that.
Maybe
Naked
next
than
week.
wear fur.
Yeah,
Sure.
probably next
A new
week.
PETA campaign.
For New Year's. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Not the Hunger
Chloe.
Games PETA, though. A different one.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Not that PETA.
All right, well, our third topic is the AMAs and the BFAs just happened. So, did you guys watch them?
Yeah, I watched the AMAs and a little bit of the BFAs.
The AMAs, I thought it was very fun. I caught some of the ending when Jessie J performed Bang Bang with Ariana Grande and Nicki Minaj, and then she gave a little booty bump to Chloe, and I thought that was just so funny because it was just like, hey, I see you on a TV show, and now you're on this show. So.
I actually thought the AMAs were a little bit boring this year. I thought a lot of the performances were kind of slow going. And on top of that, there was only like 8 awards the whole night. And it was like a 3-hour show. So I don't know, I was a little bit disappointed with the AMAs, which are usually my absolute favorite award show of the year. Maybe next to the Grammys.
VMAs.
But I like the AMAs and Grammys better than the VMAs. But yeah, I was a little bit disappointed with them this year.
I'm happy they didn't have as many awards because I just want to see performances. So.
That's the way that these award shows have been going lately. Like, even award shows that have nothing to do with music don't give a lot of awards on the show. They just do performances. And all the awards
Like
that
after.
are afterwards or beforehand and that you find out later. I think it's weird. I want to see all the awards. I do want to see the performances too, but maybe just go a little quicker through the awards so we can see all the winners.
And it's also about the controversy at these shows. The big one at the BFAs this year was, are Harry Styles and Emma Watson dating now? Because they took a lot of different pictures together, and people were like, oh, they have to be dating. Look at all those pictures of them together. But I just can't see the two of them together as a couple.
Isn't she way older than him?
She is, and she also, I'm pretty sure she has a boyfriend already.
Oh.
So.
And I heard she's not very nice.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
I feel like she's very proper.
My
Remind
sister's
me.
friend filmed with a movie that she was in, and she's not nice.
Was it The Perks of Being a Wallflower here in Pittsburgh?
I don't remember. But Rita Ora looked bomb at the BFAs with Tom Ford.
Yeah.
It's gonna go on
Was he her
Instagram.
date officially, or they just take a few pictures together?
They were like yeah, what you said. I can't.
They just took a few pictures?
No, they were like
They were-
she was his date. Yeah.
Did he style her for the show?
I would assume so.
I think she was wearing Tom Ford.
I would assume if she's with him. Like,
Yeah.
kind of not.
Like,
that wouldn't look
I'm-
great.
Yeah, it's like I'm wearing Michael Kors, but I'm with Tom Ford. So,
That's
you
true.
know.
That'd be a little bit of a slap in the face to Tom Ford.
That would look bad, yeah.
That looked really, really bad.
But
I'm loving the blonde hair on her. It just really it makes her look a lot lighter. Not that she isn't that like dark, but I mean it really just brightens up her skin, and just gives her like a real big glow.
I agree. I think she looks beautiful.
So good.
Well, thanks for joining us tonight, guys. Up next, Aaron, Jillian, and I were at Light Up Night and got the scoop on Jamie Lynn Spears and Cobra Starship's performances. Lights, music, Christmas trees, it's Light Up Night in Pittsburgh, and the 54th annual celebration has brought in some of the biggest acts we've ever seen, including Cobra Starship and Jamie Lynn Spears.
Jamie Lynn Spears concert.
Oh my gosh, yes, I can't wait. This is my first year at Light Up Night, so I'm really excited.
So, how do you feel about Jamie Lynn? Like tonight she's doing country music. How do you feel about her coming from child acting and going into like music?
I think it's pretty cool and I wish I could do it.
I think it's pretty cool because I used to watch her on Zoe 101 all the time.
I'm really excited to see her.
I think it's great that she's making a comeback from Zoe 101.
Did you watch her in Zoe 101?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's crazy because, I never would have pictured her as a singer, like whenever I used to watch her when I was younger, but I think she's doing a pretty good job and, she already has a fan base, so I think it's smart in her part.
So you guys excited to see Cobra Starship tonight?
Yeah, we're pumped.
Yeah, I'm real excited. Ever since Stakes on a Plane came out, loved Cobra Starship.
I'm so excited. My younger self would be so proud of me right now.
So since Pittsburgh Light Up Night is really upping their game this year, they're bringing in big musicians, Jamie Lynn Spears, Cobra Starship. Who would you like to see next year at Light Up Night if it gets even bigger?
One Direction. One Republic.
Next year, I would want to see Group Love. I'd love to see Katy Perry next year.
Ariana Grande.
That's a given. One Direction.
Why One Direction?
Niall's my favorite, and they're really cute, and they have really good voices, and I think they would get a lot of fans here, so it would give more publicity for shops around Pittsburgh, and because a lot of people would be around the area.
Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us on Light Up Night. We had a blast despite how cold it was. Jillian, Hillary, and Aaron reporting live for Entertainment on Point.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. I also want to thank our cast and crew. We had a great semester here.
Entertainment on Point will be back in 2015 with more of your pop culture news. Bye, everyone.